Nike stock dropped over 60% from its all-time high in 2021. Currently, Nike is trading at around $63 and the last 4 days were all red. And today the S&P is down and so is Nike. Many people are talking about Nike right now and people try to catch the turnaround. But is it really a good time to buy Nike? In today's video, I will tell you what I do. In my video from Monday, I told you that I sold my Bitcoin position at the beginning of February at an average Bitcoin price of 98,000 US dollars, and that I want to allocate this money into the stock market over the next couple of weeks and months. And in that video, I talked about Amazon and Google. I rated both of these stocks as a buy, and I already started to allocate money into shares of those companies. But of course, I'm not going to allocate all of that money into tech companies. I also want to own shares of companies from different sectors. And today we are looking at Nike. So in 2024, the Nike revenue declined by around 5%. And since 1996, this was only the 5th year with negative revenue growth for Nike. So will Nike still be around in 5, 10 years, in 20 years? I think the answer is yes. Nike remains one of the most popular brands in the world and is definitely the most popular sports brand. So it will be always possible for them to turn things around. They still sponsor many of the most popular athletes of the world across different sports. In my opinion, only 1 or 2 good new sneakers could turn things around very quickly for Nike. So in my opinion, it's definitely possible that they will gain back market share. So since the end of 2024, Nike has a new CEO, and this guy started for Nike in the 80s. So he knows the company very, very well. Nike exactly knows that they have to change things and they will come back to the growing path over the next couple of years. I am definitely very sure of that. And one edge that we could have over Wall Street is that they have to focus more on numbers. So we as retailers, we are able to take riskier trades than Wall Street does. That could be an edge. They have to focus way more on the actual numbers of the company. And this could definitely be the edge that we have over Wall Street. They have to rely more on actual numbers than we do. But of course, the biggest problem for the markets right now are tariffs. And there is definitely a chance that this will not change soon. Tariffs could start at the April 2nd next week. But it doesn't mean that the whole thing is over, and I believe that markets could see another drop. So from the current highs, the S&P dropped around 10%, but if things get worse, I definitely think that the S&P drops another 10% from current prices, and the Nike beta is around 1, which means it is very correlated to the overall market. And if the S&P drops another 10%, Nike will drop significant as well. So how would I rate the Nike stock right now? So for the long term, with a long-term time horizon from 2 to 5 years, I would definitely rate Nike stock as a buy at current prices, and I want to allocate up to 1% of my portfolio, of my total portfolio, into Nike stock. And I already started to buy some shares on Tuesday at around $66.7, but only like 1/3 of the 1% of the total portfolio, and the other 2/3 of the money that I want to allocate into Nike, I'm only going to allocate if the stock drops below $60 into the $50 range. So if the market overall sees another drop, I think that Nike could reach this green box, and when we are within that green box, I will allocate the next 2/3 of the money that I reserved for Nike. So since the end of 2022, Adidas did very well and Nike did very, very bad since then. And I believe that it is definitely possible that this will turn around. The trend can always come back to Nike. They only need a few couple of good new products and the thing can shift very quickly. So I believe that the possibility that Nike trades well above $100 in 2, 3, 4 years is way higher than that Nike will stay at the current price or trades below the current prices in 2, 3, 4 years from now. So that was it with today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Goodbye.